Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. Through the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, the highway. And in the driveway, isn't that strange? Cause I'm trying through the climb, I ain't like pain. You never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, is belief. They'll see with the negativity, but I just gotta let that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never ran sitting on, man, I still go. Go, 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 you got a mind, but even that could change. You can flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a pain. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past, start a plan, and you find a door. Open it up, and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go,
Yo, what's happening with it? What's happening with it? Much love to the people in chat, the people hanging out. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Early live. I never go live this early, especially on a weekend, but that's okay. I'm going to the concert tonight with the lovely Damaged Goods. Hit the like Mike on the screen here. I want to review something that I saw. A subscriber sent it to me. Everybody knows about the Sebastian Rogers case. You know what I mean? It's common sense. Y'all know what's going on over there, but I wanted to break some stuff down. I got yours truly. You see the Waste Management shirt on, but I wanted to break something I saw on Court TV of all places get talked about. And the tragedy pimps are out of control with this case, and the conspiracies are in a different level. But I did a video in the Quentin Simon case when the tragedy pimps were on a different level on that one. And as a garbage man, I broke down the chance of them finding him in that landfill. The video did like 20,000 views, like almost overnight. So I wanted to just bring some common sense to something that, you know, this is how this shit starts, man. A couple lives ago, I explained, you know, my history with the wells and kind of how I went down the conspiracy island, and how kind of what the information I was taking in at the time made me think a certain way. And look, you judge people when you do that. You absolutely do. And you have people getting attacked on this one. There's some nutball who's literally camping out, or was camping out by the Proudfoots. You know, people wonder why these people just took off and got up out of Dodge. Well, Jesus Christ, if I was getting death threats and all types of shit from these fucking nutballs, I'd get out of Dodge too. I mean, sometimes you watch this shit and you don't realize how deep it gets. You know, I could remember it gets deep, you know what I mean? It gets deep. You'd have to wonder to yourself, for these people, Chris and Katie Proudfoot, and I'm not promoting them. I'm not saying that they're innocent. I'm not saying any of that. Well, all I'm simply saying on this live is I'm going to prove to you about a video that was circling around social media that absolutely got televised on Court TV. 140,000 people watched it, and they dismiss facts. You can't dismiss facts. And that's why me as a garbage man is important to just dig into this. And let me put on the screen a couple things. I know there's gonna be some haters. I got the shirt. You might not believe that. That's okay. You don't have to. We are the channel of receipts, without a doubt. So on the screen now, you're gonna have some pictures of me when I was doing garbage. I worked for 3 different garbage companies for over a span of 10 years. Here's me at Waste Management when my truck caught on fire, which was extremely dangerous. If you've ever watched YouTube videos of garbage trucks exploding with all the hydraulic lines and gas lines they have on those trucks, it's extremely dangerous. I had to eject the load in a church parking lot. That's what you're instructed to do, and it's very serious. When I was driving a truck and the back of it was on fire, and the fire is heading towards a diesel gas tank and hydraulic lines everywhere. So I saved this company $400,000 during this, and the management team decided to give me a $25 gift card with a pat on the back and says, "Thanks, Matt. Go fuck yourself." Next employer, which we'll get to, which would be well, here we are, Waste Pro. I then worked for Waste Pro after working for Waste Management. Here's me texting my wife, because I would never see my wife doing this line of work. I have respect for any truck driver, and especially any garbage man out there. I fucking salute you. I know the struggle. I've been there, done that. So I know what you go through. This would be me. This is probably my most famous and most happy home improvement that I did. It's a light switch of a man flexing, and you turn the light switch on and off by his wanker. So I think what I'm going to do is start selling these on my merch, and I'm going to put a White Boy Lockdown Radio head, like a meme, on top of the big guy flexing. So this is going to happen. $9.99 maybe. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. But what we're going to be looking at tonight, people, before we get the comments, is Court TV. Court TV. Here's me with Court TV a couple times. But this is about Sebastian, and make no mistake, Court TV will let anybody up on their panel. And lately they haven't. That's not really me with Court TV. That's me putting down on the driver and getting photos, like I do it. But the Court TV will let anybody up there. But it's amazing to see the conspiracy theories fly around on this case. Let's tap in with the people, and then we're gonna follow this. We're gonna watch this video that was done by Court TV with another podcaster, and I want to explain to you exactly back to my, what I've explained to my subscribers with the Wells. I recently, look, tonight we're going to see Ryan Upchurch. Okay. No, well, we'll go live for it. I've went live and I've told you guys the purpose of me going there, what I'm seeking. But another person who kind of attacks families, but you have to watch it live to see where I'm going and why I'm going to do this. But with that case, the Kyler Rodney case, another case that I watched and kind of went down a wormhole. Yeah, at some point you have to come back to reality. And that's what I want to show you guys tonight. So not only am I going to debunk this video, but I want to show you how this shit starts, how the rumors and speculation and how the conspiracy theories start. Okay, that's my point. And then we're going to kind of talk about how these assholes have been doing what they're doing. Like I did a video today with Justice for Nobody. This guy's a complete moron. And it's very comical to me to watch this dude stumble and contradict himself over, you know, this guy right here was a dude that he's made every excuse up for Don and Candace Wells when they passed their lie detector test. He said they took medicine, and if you take medicine, the medicine can give you false results. He said everything in the book. And it's comical to me to watch now. There's been rumors that Seth has not even passed his lie detector test. Now, personally, I don't care. Okay, personally, Katie, Chris Proudfoot, and Seth, they're all innocent. They're all innocent. And they're all innocent. But to watch this guy backpedal after what he did to the Wells, and now we have the same situation in this case, and he's trying to play good cop, bad cop. He's trying to say the Proudfoots are guilty, 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 but we support Seth. And it's funny to learn that in the divorce papers with Seth, hey, this guy Seth put his hands on Sebastian too. Now, I don't have a favorite, or I'm not here to say Seth is bad and Chris is good, or vice versa, or whatever. In my book, they're all innocent people until proven guilty, because that's what due process does. But it's funny to me to watch the narrative, the good cop, bad cop, with these assholes like him and Cher. They try to always want to ridicule a family. Why does there have to be a good family member and a guilty family member? Why in every case do these tragedy pimps have to tear up some family member? It's not right. It's not right. I told Ryan to hit you up. He told me that the Pelosi shit was for FBI and it's classified. That's got to be a joke. It has to be a joke. But
if it
it has to be a joke.
He
He is such an ass. Abigail, absolutely. What's up, Miss Joanne? I love you. How are you? So I want to prove this, guys, to you now. So this is interesting to listen. I want you guys to listen to something right fast. Okay, I'm giving you my insight as there's no way that this video is not all the way debunked after I explain it to you in full detail. Okay. Unfortunately, we have to listen to something first to where we get there. Okay. But I just want you guys to think of two things on today's live. I've been very honest with you about my relationship with the Wells. A lot of you may know me for being friends with them. This is true. Okay. This is true. I'm actually going back up to see them in very shortly in June. June will be here like tomorrow. And now, unfortunately, from what I've been seeing on YouTube, it will be my duty. Look, I took an oath to keep these YouTube streets clean. And they put a new sheriff in town. And I take my job serious. But what I've been seeing on YouTube is the attack on the Proudfoots and or digs and attacks to Seth. I would hope that they're all in town when I go. Because I personally am going to go knock on the doors. Is it going to be for YouTube? No. I'll get a picture and stuff just so the haters know I was there. But I plan on tracking all of them down and saying, hey, do yourself a favor. Stay away from that. Listen, we're in Tennessee, sir. Don't you live? You live in Tennessee, right? The TBI is on your case. Do you know about this little girl that's missing, Summer Wells? Let me call her family and let you hear some stories of what they've had to go through, so you don't make the same mistakes. That is 100% now a goal on this channel. So what I want to do is get to these comments real fast, and I want to show you guys where this conspiracy shit starts. Okay, you'll understand it when I get there. What's up, DD? Mike, I completely agree with you. In my opinion, someone has knowledge. Okay. That's pretty funny. Good. Yes, so true. Man, so true. None of them have done themselves any favors by getting interviewed all over YouTube, nor have they said anything that has helped to. So, what I'm going to do, Mrs. Prying Paula, nice to see you. Don't know your name that well, but you're always welcome to comment here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pin my comment, which is kind of a grift. It's just an ask to become a member, not really a grift. You're free to do whatever you want. But I'm going to take my own comment down to pin yours. That's what I'm going to do. Because I couldn't have said it better. Although I want you to still become a member. Let's find it real fast. And then we're going to get into... pin yours. That's what I'm going to do. Because I couldn't have said it better. Although I want you to still become a member. And we got that done just like that. So... let's get into this explanation. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me debunk this. Let me explain this. This is very easy, and you'll see where I'm going and why, how these things go down these holes and why people think the way that they think. A couple comments before we do that. What's up, Lily? Innocent, how you doing? That told me not if you have the yes. Okay, so the video that I'm about to play, it's not gonna be too long. It's gonna be the Court TV thing, and they're gonna talk about this guy Vinny. Vinny, I'm starting to lose respect for. I like the guy Vinny from Court TV, but what I'm having a problem with all these trashy pimps he has on the show and the misinformation that is spewed out. And then we're gonna explain. Here's my wife in one of my waste management jackets that I would win on the reward system that they have there as a worker, kissing my dog. Those jackets are comfortable. But let's get into this, okay? This video that you're going to watch will be in the description box if you want to check out the whole thing in length, okay? Now,
there's a lot of water in that area. Not big bodies of water, but enough. That's next.
So let me find my little footnotes. So we're going to go up to 124. Okay. So let's listen to this real fast. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. No.
But was making some noise around 10, including a thud sound. Katie told him to go to sleep. She went to bed around midnight. Then at 6 a.m., Katie woke up. She went to his room to get him ready for school, but Sebastian was gone. She searched the...
Robin Budano. Have you ever had so there, no matter how I word this, it's a no for you, but I would like you just to understand this. You have people who are camped outside your house. You're already getting death threats. There's people camping outside your house because people think that you're not doing enough, or you're not searching, or you're not doing this, or whatever the hell the reason is that these people feel the need to camp around their house, camp outside. You've already gotten death threats. If you've ever typed their name in Facebook, there's nothing else to say. There's some real nutballs out there. Personally, if this was me, I'd get the fuck out of there. I'd be at some point. What I search, yes. But another thing people understand is, well, Seth is searching and the Proudfoots are not. Is Seth getting death threats? This is a whole different ballgame, people. You have no idea if after getting death threats, they've reported that. And What if the TBI or law enforcement said, I think this is better off if you guys lay low and get out of town for a little bit and let this cool off? What if that was said behind the scenes? Just a what if. And with Seth searching, Seth cannot and will not search anywhere the TBI is searching. That is a fact. That is a 100% fact. He can search, but for the misinformed and for the morons that say, well, why didn't you search for Summers? They did, but they will not and cannot search for Summer anywhere the TBI is searching for Summer. The Proudfoots, you're just not going in there. It's just not happening. This is just common knowledge, and I can give you an example of in real life when we were looking for Gabby Petito. There's 50,000 acres we're allowed to search. We think the Brian Laundrie's in there. The problem is there's a section that the FBI said, yep, this is where we're looking. So you can look way over there. Do not come around. Do not come in. And if you try to come in, which in real life I did try to sneak in, they will boot you up out of there. It's just not happening. That doesn't mean that they're not looking for the kid. Nobody is allowed ever to go where the FBI is. You're watching tragedy pimps. And 9 times out of 10, the cops probably did tell them, hey, you got to get somewhere. So don't believe morons. Use common sense. Thank you, Mike, for $10. Let's have a look at the rest of this, and then I'm going to break this fucking shit down because I know this business like the back of my hand.
The house, and he was nowhere to be found. Sebastian's stepfather, Chris Proudfoot, was not home, and Sebastian's father, Seth Rogers, was at work about 45 minutes away. Police responded and began trying to figure out what happened. That was back on February 26th. And now, more than a month later, no sign of Sebastian, no sign of foul play, and no answers about what happened. Tonight, we'll take a look at some of the strange facts surrounding this case, like the lights.
Pay attention. Pay attention. This is what we're breaking down tonight.
Lights in the neighborhood at 3 a.m. We'll also take a closer look at Sebastian and how his medical conditions and mental health could have played a role. And we'll focus on the water searches as we continue our investigation into the mysterious disappearance of Sebastian Rogers.
Okay, there is a lot. In this part of Tennessee, there's a lot of water around. Shout out to my member. There's a member of mine who is an astrologer, and she has a feeling or a thing that whatever it's called. Excuse me for not knowing the words. She has a feeling that Sebastian is in a section of water. It's in my last video. She left a comment. If you happen to see this, please clarify what I'm saying. I'll pin it on the replay. But it's surrounded by water. Now here's the deal. The next thing Vinny's going to do is bring up this podcaster. I don't know this guy. I'm not trying to bash this guy, but this guy makes an uber mistake. And between whatever following he has on YouTube or his podcast platform and moron Vinny, they make a really fucked up assumption here. And that's what I'm here to bust down and break down. Again, there's a lot more people in the chat now. If you're just now coming in, rewind to the beginning of this live where I show you working for several different garbage companies. Several different. I'm here wearing a waste management shirt. Do I do it now? No. Did I do it for a decade? Yes. 3 different companies. So I'm going to break down exactly where definitely hundreds of thousands of people got their opinion swayed into conspiracy land here. So let me fast forward to that part of the live. This guy's name is Pascal or something. I don't know it, but Pascal, huh? Pascal, you gotta tighten your life up. If you want to do true crime, you better learn how sanitation works because it's actually involved in a lot of things. Look, in my decade-year career doing that stuff, I found multiple bullets and guns. There was a 90-year-old lady that I thought was a sweet little lady. She used to make me cookies and stuff. I used to find big old boxes of dildos. She was the only one there. Okay, your garbage man knows everything about you. I know who all the junkies are. I find the needles in the garbage can. Okay, I found a finger once. someone's finger once. Had to call the police. Okay, the meat and potatoes is,
Unless you do the job, you don't know. And a lot of residential customers have no idea.
yeah, you have no idea. One time, I've made a video about this. I really got mad about this. When I worked with waste management, my boss called me one time on the company phone. I said, "What's up?" He goes, "Hey, I need you to do something." I said, "What?" "Go to the church over at blank and meet a detective." I'm like, "For what?" He's like, "The detective's going to hop in your truck, put on a uniform. He's going to go on the back of the truck, and you're going to drive him to a suspect's house. He's going to go get some evidence." So what they do is it's called it. I don't like this because first off, that's like some snitch shit. Okay, now second off, if someone's selling drugs in the community, they should be in jail. Don't get me wrong, but I don't want to be on this paperwork or whatever else. Okay. Second off, it's kind of illegal. You have to have they have to search for a warrant to tap my phone. They need a warrant to kick my door in and search my house. There's a loophole where you don't need a warrant to go through your garbage. And guess what happens? If they think you're selling drugs and they go through your garbage, you throw a lot of shit. You throw a lot of shit away. You throw a lot of shit away. When they find nickel bags and dime bags or receipts for this or that or receipts for this, you have no idea what you throw away. And they did nab the dude. Okay, they nabbed the dude. Now, I do respect that way of law enforcement because guess what else they use that for? Child chomos. Okay, these pedophiles throw their fucking weirdo shit away. Okay, or their online transactions, their Bitcoin, whatever it is, it's used as a good thing. My meat and potatoes and my point to this is law enforcement has a tough job. I don't agree with your rights getting violated, but fuck it. If rights have to get violated for chomos to be off the street, I'm all in. But if you don't know the insides of the company, the industry, then you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And both you guys fumbled the ball on this so bad. Let me see some comments real fast. We're going to get into it right after these comments. I'll tell you how. I'll tell you how they did it. They began saying that there was no flashlights. It was a trash truck headlights. It wasn't the headlights. I'll explain it. Seth is the one that said it was a garbage truck. He insists. I believe Seth, and I'll explain that in a second. What's up, Free? What's happening? What up, Mike? Are you law enforcement, lady? Yeah, I'm actually an FBI agent. And what happened is, I'm doing a podcast right now. So generous donation. What did I miss, babe?
We had 5. Soul Water donated 5.
Soul Water, thank you very much.
And $10 from the other gentleman who I thanked.
Which was? I'm sorry, I do not like missing. Here it is, babe. Mike. Thank you, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
I saw that. Okay, I don't like missing donations, guys. I don't like that. So listen, I'm gonna break this down. I'm gonna play now. I'm gonna fast forward and play now. Vinny invites this asshole up. Pascal, whatever his name is, 628 to 940. So 628 to 940. Let's go to there. 628 to 940. Okay, here goes the asshole. Here we go. Okay. It's going to be about a 3-minute play, guys. And when I stop it, I will break all this down. Very simple.
A lot about this. Give me your initial thoughts tonight about like this case, because there are other stories and cases that you cover as well. But this one, it's like nothing, Pascal.
Well, honored to be here, Vinny. But I got to be honest. This is getting thicker than a Snicker.
What kind of token black guy is this? Thicker than a Snicker? That's a term or a phrase you use on a thick girl. Anyway, continuing. What the hell?
And there still aren't any answers to all the questions, and even more and more questions keep coming up, and the answers are just sitting in the back. And I don't know what is going on. It is so crazy, this case. And we're turning left, we're turning right. It's been all over the place. And man, I just wish we had at least something, a little tiny bit of something that would lead us towards Sebastian's location, at least.
No evidence of foul play. No one is a suspect in anything. Yet, did something happen that would make him want to leave? Was there a reason for him to go somewhere?
Time out. Bonnie Journeys. She says, "Why is everyone an asshole if they aren't, or if they aren't agreeing with your opinions?" Well, we like to do facts and receipts over here.
You're wrong.
So what we do is facts and receipts over here. What I'm saying is this: Chris, as of today, as of 4:21 p.m. on 4/13/2024, Don Wells, Candace Wells are innocent, free. And so are Katie Proudfoot, Chris Proudfoot, and Seth. What I'm saying is I'm reviewing what tragedy pimps do to families. I don't know your name or how long you've been over here, but I help those families, many cases, many times. I just debunk the gaslighting and smears that they do. Okay. That's all I'm saying. Okay. If it's not that if they disagree with me, okay, but we deal with facts and receipts over here. Okay. Facts and receipts.
Is there evidence of him going anywhere? How do you get in and out of the house? What was his state of mind? These are so many questions, but let's start just by looking at a map. I want to look at a map so we have some idea of where all this is happening. It's a neighborhood. It's a nice neighborhood. There is a construction.
It's very important that you pay attention right now. For the remaining part of the Court TV segment, pay attention right now to everything that's said.
Construction of another nice neighborhood taking place next door. You look on this map, there's a cemetery. There's various places where there are small bodies of water. There is a high school there as well. There's Long Hollow Pike, the road. On the other side of that road, there is a whole bunch of trees and brush and more bodies of water there. But at the end of the day, Pascal, when we begin here, looking at this neighborhood, that's the first thing. I always start with the neighborhood. And this is not the middle of nowhere. There's nice homes, like really nice homes in this neighborhood. If you're leaving in the middle of the night, where are you going? And if someone is coming to meet him in the middle of the night, I would think someone would have seen or heard, or some video somewhere would show us something.
Right. I mean, you'd think that at least some sort of ring camera would have picked something up. Some security camera, something of some sort would have shown Sebastian moving around. I mean, of course, we've seen this flashlight video. It looks like
pay attention.
Fireflies in the dark. Now that's been debunked, saying that is a garbage truck, which I still am wondering how a garbage truck with a light on moves around in that kind of fashion. It just seems a little bit weird to me.
At 3 o'clock in the morning. Let me tell you,
Exactly.
If the garbage man shows up in my neighborhood 3 o'clock in the morning, everyone in the neighborhood's calling the next day saying, don't ever do that again, because it's going to wake everybody up.
No doubt. Absolutely. So that's the thing that doesn't make any sense. What's the activity that was going on in that area? And is there any depiction of that at all?
Let's do this. There's an audio record.
It makes no sense. If 3 o'clock in the morning, I'd be calling every neighbor. What? There's no answers. What an asshole, both of them. I'm gonna put this video in the chat for you guys to watch. It's got 5,000 likes. Where's the views on this? It's got 140,000 views. 140,000 views just on this platform. Who knows what this asshole Pascal has? And this asshole just brought his shit to YouTube. So it's safe to say you got 300,000 people with this fucking narrative. Here's the video. Now let me break this simple shit down. Two assholes.
Oh my God, yes.
This is how these fucking conspiracy theories start, and it pisses me off. Let me explain this shit in full detail. Assholes. God, it pissed me off last night when I saw this. Let's get into it. So not only did, if you just joined the chat, here's some, my wife with my garbage jacket on. Don't believe that one? Not a problem.
Wait, please explain that my entire life, my father is.
I'm about to get there. I'm about to get there. I'm about to get there. Here's me with Waste Pro. Here's me with Waste Pro, the company after Waste Management I worked for, in the garbage truck. Here's me ejecting a load that caught fire when I was driving with Waste Pro. The whole truck caught on fire. I had to eject the load in a church parking lot. These assholes gave me a $25 gift card when I saved the company $400,000, literally. It is a good company, though, as contradicting as that sounds. Here's me at the yard. Chilling one morning. Okay, mornings I don't appreciate. Now, just so you understand, let's break this down. And before I go any further, my wife's father, who is my buddy, retired out of the state of New York in sanitation. Okay. Also, one of her ex-husbands is also in sanitation. So what's funny?
My ex-husband and a boyfriend before you, and you 10 years.
What's funny to me is as I'm watching these assholes debate this last night, I'm like, babe, she wasn't paying attention, and I'm working out. I said, Noelle, go. I said, go here. Now, when they start talking about this flashlight video, I said, watch the map and listen, babe. Listen. She did it. And I said, stop right there. I said, Noelle, what is that? And you know what she told me? So she said, told me a roll-off truck. A roll-off truck. Let's get there now. So what you see on the screen is a residential garbage truck. This is somebody who drives the truck, somebody who hangs on the back. That little yellow thing right here is where you hook the garbage can up and it tilts it up and blah, blah, blah. We've all seen this, right? That's called a residential garbage truck.
Which is not what it would be.
The truck that I showed you that caught on fire is called a Corrado garbage truck. A Corrado. What happens is one man drives it. One man drives it. And boy, did I love these days going from residential to Corrado, because I don't have to smell that dude no more. I don't have to hear this dude for 14 hours of the day. I don't have to worry about his safety. It's just me in this bitch. So what it does is you drive it in either it's a Corrado recycling or a Corrado garbage truck. And there's a claw that comes out like this. So you drive up, and instead of a man getting it and bring it to the back and tilting it in there, there's a claw. And it goes. And let's just say this is the garbage can. A claw goes. Let me do it. Here's the garbage can. A claw goes me, and then tilts it in the thing. The bucket is right there. Here's the bucket, and there's the garbage can getting tilted. I used to drive this truck right here. Okay, better pay, less stressful. I'm by myself. Now, what I never got.
Loved it, but oh my God,
I did like it.
Early. You would leave the house at 1 a.m. just.
Yes, garbage. No matter.
Also, tell them about the city of truck.
No matter where you're at or what company you work for, I worked for 3. You have to get up very early, and you get home very late. It's a shout out to all my sanitation workers and all my truck drivers out there. However, what I never got an opportunity to do was drive a roll-off truck. What is a roll-off? Well, there's 2 types of roll-offs. What is this? You see, this is a dumpster at a commercial business or construction area. What happens is the truck here has 2 forks, and the forks drive into the truck. It's kind of like a Corrado, but not really, because it's a dumpster. It holds more garbage, and the Corrado grabs the dumpster and puts it in. Or you can have a roll-off truck that looks like this. It doesn't have claws, and you back up into the can, and it manually connects and zips it up. So what am I showing you all this for? Well, why I'm showing you and why I didn't want to ever become a roll-off driver is because I had to already get up early when I was doing bulk garbage with the guy in the back. My wife just told you how early I had to get up. And then I got a promotion, and I was able to drive a Corrado truck, which I still had to go to work at the same time. Now, here's the kicker. This type of truck, roll-offs, you got to get up like an hour and a half earlier than you're already getting up.
Boy, your ex-girlfriend's in here.
You have to get up an hour and a half earlier than you already get up. Okay, an hour and a half earlier. Hell no, because I was already getting up at 3 a.m. work is 45 minutes away to get here for this. Okay, so meat potatoes is roll-off guys work very early. Okay, on that clip, he's like, "What garbage? Who's? If anybody came in my neighborhood at 3 a.m., I'd call the company." Vinny, you're being a Karen. You're being a Karen, and it would go nowhere. A residential garbage driver can't go in your neighborhood, but you just said on the video that there's construction sites. Don't most construction sites have dumpsters? Residential doesn't get construction sites. Roll-off does. You just said there's a cemetery there. Guess what? That's a business. That's not residential garbage. A business is what? A dumpster. The roll-off guys go they start before any residential guys. Any company that you work for, they start before residential. So these two assholes, then the other guy, Pascal's like, "Oh, this is weird. I find it all weird." No, this is facts. This is concrete facts. It's not weird. You're just what you're not understanding is there's not a business in your neighborhood, and you're used to the residential garbage guy coming to get your cans at a certain time every week at the same time, and you should be used to that. You're not used to the construction near your house or what you're speaking about. You don't understand that the roll-off guy that does the businesses or the construction sites, he goes there before your garbage man until that construction site is finished or what have you. You're just not paying attention to it. And there's lights all over a garbage truck. And in that video, I have a picture of it, I believe. Babe, what did you say about ex-girlfriend?
His wife, or ex-girlfriend. She said, "I miss you." I said, "Yeah, you miss him? Come pick him up."
That doesn't make any sense. That makes no sense.
Someone just a troll.
Yeah, you got to do better than that. I don't have a picture of it, but it's on that video. People are like, "It's a flashlight." Listen, let me see this truck. Hold on, let me see what truck I have. Let's see which one has more lights. So on a Corrado, well, actually, it was a roll-off truck. So let's go there. So on a roll-off truck, let me try to explain this. It's not hard. It's very simple. So on a roll-off truck, watch my mouse. You got 3 lights right here under the windshield. You got 2 lights underneath that. So 5 right here. Depending on what company they have, they do too. Okay, zoom in. Let me count. So above the windshield, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Below the windshield, 5, 6, 7. And down by the headlights, 8, 9. Excuse me, let me keep going. 10, 11 above. 11 lights on the front end of this truck. Now, on the top up here, where the garbage goes in, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You have 28 lights between each side of the truck. I can't see the back, so I can't count them. But what you see in that video is one of these top lights, like this. It's one of either this or this. This is crazy, man, because people will get thrown off and believe the most craziest shit. All in all, what happened here is whoever had that video, I guess, claimed it was a flashlight. And they say that it's been debunked, but they don't explain it. Yes, if you're saying that Seth said that he debunked this and it was a garbage truck, I think if that is what you guys are telling me, then obviously law enforcement is telling him.
So that dumbass is arguing.
Who's arguing this?
Oh.
Who's arguing this? Let me go to the comments, please.
That's the last time he was saying it. After that, I'm just going to start pressing the people.
Pascal has interviewed Seth several times. He claims they're good friends. We'll see how long that friend. Yeah, he sounds like a Look, I don't care. I don't even know Pascal. And hey, Pascal, you're more than welcome to respond to this video. Understand? I love to make parodies. Understand that. So do what you do, bud. But you can't go on a national platform like that, bro, and say this is weird and crazy. Doesn't make sense. You're like turning left from right. Bro, come on, man. You gotta be responsible. And you and Vinny, this is what you guys did. What you guys did is you put conspiracy mode times 100 on when you do that. You veer away from the facts and you put people in the conspiracy fucking thinking. And that's what you're seeing on social media. Now, people, it doesn't, this is exactly, and I'm going to compare it to myself, not blame anybody. I've been honest about the Summer Wells beginning and the Kylie Rodney. Okay. And I told you at some point I have to check myself, right? If at the jump on the Sebastian thing, I believe everything and I go to Conspiracy Island, I'm going to keep watching these crazy videos. Look, either these dudes did that shit on purpose, which I don't think they did. They simply don't know. And look, you should know the industry of sanitation if you watch true crime. A lot of bodies end up there. A lot of shit happens. A lot of evidence gets thrown in the garbage. It doesn't make any sense to me that Vinny would say something so stupid, man. Let me hit these comments, see what's going on. No problem, Big D. Was the stepfather at the house before the police got there? I believe he was at work. And his father was at work, and I believe he was at work. The mom wakes up and realizes the kid's gone. Yeah, I hear you, Kai. I don't know him, so I don't have an opinion on him. But if he's good at what he does, then he wouldn't say something like that. He wouldn't say something like that. And some people say that Seth debunked the flashlight video. People are saying that he was told it was a garbage truck. I 1000% believe that. There seems to be nothing behind that because it makes you think who told him that. Probably law enforcement. The same reason. I mean, I don't know this or not, but I'm sure if the Proudfoots reported their death threats that they're getting, I'm sure that law enforcement said, "Hey, man, you guys have somewhere you can go." It's probably best that you just get out of Dodge for a little bit. I mean, I don't know that for a fact or not, but it looks that way to me. But you have these assholes that are like, "Oh, well, they said they're going to do a lie detector test, and why? Where'd they go?" People. I'm not talking about viewers. These creators, if you've ever seen them in public, they're not tough people. I think we've proved that pulling up on a meet and greet a couple times. But they talk all tough and very judgmental, but they're not tough in person. But they expect people to have death threats on them. People camped outside their place they live. And just continue to go about life like it's normal. That's not how it works. If somebody was sending you death threats in massive volume, I think you'd take it into consideration. I think that you would take action on it. Let me put it like this. If in mass volumes of people were threatening your life and camping outside your house, and instead of getting out of Dodge, you said, "You know what? I told Nancy Grace, she's not the TBI, she's not the law enforcement handling my case, but you know what? I told her I was going to do a lie detector test. So I'm going to go ahead and put these death threats in mass volume to the side. There's a nutcase outside my house. It doesn't matter. I'm going to go take that lie detector test, and I'm going to do it tomorrow." I would look at you weird. You would be weird to me because who cares? Did the cops ask you to do it? Oh, no, they didn't. Get out of Dodge. You're weird if you're putting yourself in danger. These trashy pimps are not going to tell you that. Just us, 100%. So in Florida, she says the clowns that say trash doesn't get picked up prior to 9 a.m. That's ridiculous because of noise is bullshit. They pick up at 5:30 a.m. where I live. So in Florida, in certain
that's only because they get to you at 5 a.m. That shit starts
in
earlier.
certain
How do you know how? Explain how many hours a fucking day you worked.
Yeah.
15 to
So
18 a day?
in certain areas, man, it depends. Okay, usually gated communities. If it's like a what's it called F
They have
over 55 and up. What is it called F what?
It's just retirement companies.
No.
Or, I'm sorry, place, whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. They have requirements for time. Yes, in gated communities.
So gated communities over 55 and over and stuff like that.
Not regular.
They will call, like, the property guy will call the company and say, hey, look, man, we have a lot of complaints. Can you guys switch the route around to where our community here gets picked up after 6 a.m.? It's a way of this community asking the garbage company to say, we have a whole bunch of Karens here that are mad about you guys get the garbage. Can you please work it out to where you don't come till 6? They don't have to say yes to that, but they'll change the route around to where the garbage guy gets there like 7:30. But there's not. We're dealing with a Karen right now. I've been telling you guys about this. This Karen that lives in my neighborhood. Shit, we have to get a restraining order about it. I'm gonna do a video about this soon. But
I'm gonna actually do it later on.
Yeah, we're dealing with one, and what's funny is she called the code enforcement on us about my old car that I'm selling. If you want to buy a 2016 Ford Focus, hit me up. I'll let you have it for $1,000. But I have it in the backyard and I don't have a license plate on it, right? She called code enforcement on me. Not a problem. I jumped it. I put it in the driveway. Here's the thing, lady. I know the garbage rules. You got a big ass swamp buggy tire in your yard. Okay, that's against the rules. And since you called the people on us, we called the people on her. Guess what? Her son had to wheel this damn tire to the front yard, and guess who's not picking that up? The garbage guys. Know why? Because it weighs over 50 pounds. It's about 300 pounds. So there's no way they're picking that up. What you have to do, you started the shit, lady. You're the Karen. You started the shit. So now she has to pay the garbage company $300 to do a special pickup on that. Even the bulk garbage guys can't pick that up. Hey, it is what it is. Don't start the shit. Don't be no shit. But this is 100% factual that roll-off guys start before the residential guys, before the horticulture guys, before the bulk garbage guys, before the recycle guys. They absolutely do. Why? They have a shitload of businesses to pick up from. Okay, residential guys doesn't matter if you do recycle. It doesn't matter if you do bulk garbage, if you do horticulture, if you do garbage. It doesn't matter. You have a route. You're looking at a map. And you have a section of the city's map on your a section of the map is your route, okay? But for business guys, they have to drive from business to business, and there's time in between each stop.
And more dumps.
The only time that you have, and more dumps, correct? You have to go to dump. You have to go to landfill multiple times a day because you're picking up. You're picking up multiple tons of garbage at each stop. You see what I'm saying?
How far could the dump be from any given point? An hour, sometimes more?
Could be an hour away at the dump. It could be 45 minutes. It could be 30 minutes. Early. But this is crazy to watch. This is literally where. This is not where all the conspiracy shit happened left in Sebastian's case. But these tragedy pimps will take a situation and they'll mold into it. They'll mold into it and make it bigger than it is, and they'll sway people, and you hate to see it. But currently, speaking of Seth, I've been enjoying watching these assholes like Justice for Nobody or Voices Behind My Balls. All these trashy pimps that do the same thing to families. They have to have a Seth is God and Chris and Katie are the devil. They have to have this narrative. But it bit them in the ass lately because they made up everything in the world about Don and Candace Wells. Then people passed a lie detector test twice. Now we have Seth, who I guess voluntarily decided to take one and now I guess he's on medication or something like that. Okay, I personally don't care if the guy fell asleep. He's been searching for the kid, whatever. Is he doped up? I don't know. I don't think so, but I don't know. But everything they accuse the Wells of, they find themselves having to stick up for Seth because their narrative has to be Seth is good and Chris's Katie is bad. Trust me. Trust me. Now, when it gets too bad, they're gonna start shitting on Seth too. Those lights were so the lights in the garbage truck. Yeah, they're just flashers. They're flashers. They're not headlights. It's not your reverse lights. It's just little flashlights all over the truck. Hazard light. They call them hazards. Thank you, Ronnie. Thank you. I appreciate your common sense, sir, ma'am. You're absolutely right. Those guys want to get home. They want to get home. They work long hours. They would love Ronnie to come in your neighborhood at 3:30 if they could, because the guys work a lot of hours, man. It's not easy work. It's not easy work. It's physically and mentally. I respect each and every garbage man out there. I really, really do. I really do. That guy is a tragedy pimp as well, Scott. Yeah, okay, you guys are saying, yep. Yeah, 100%. It makes me really happy to see you guys calling this out. It really, really does. It really does. Shout out to Project Bar. She says 8 a.m. in Seattle. Yeah, floodlights. You can call. Yeah, yes, that's true. You can call them hazard lights, floodlights, whatever you call them. But so I want to also go to one more section, okay, on this video that they did. It would be 3321. Okay, so let's go to 3321, and this is very interesting.
There is no evidence to support foul play is involved in the disappearance of Sebastian.
But at this point, you don't rule it out?
We're not ruling anything out.
All right, I get it. Not ruling it out. It seems they don't really have the leads, the evidence. They just concluded another search last Friday. So where are we in all this? I want to.
Dude, they conducted. So you're admitting they did another search. Where's the leads? Where's the evidence? Where's the answers? Hey, man, look, I just had a private investigator on the channel called Jim Terry. Some people love him. Some people hate him. You can't deny that he's a private investigator. He'll tell you in a missing persons case, it's not a crime. It's a crime if I steal your wallet. It's a crime if I break into your car. It's a crime if I sell drugs. It's a crime if I steal a garbage truck. It's a crime if I punch Vinny in the face. But what's not a crime is a missing persons case. If they find out somebody stole the kid, there's a crime. It's not a crime. If you think about it, are they going to look? Are investigators going to look into it? Absolutely. They know that there may be a crime. They know that there's shenanigans, that there could be kidnapping and everything else. But you have to wait. And I've been saying this for years. I've dealt with it in real life, being out there in the Petito case. I really, if I have a missing kid ever, God forbid, I don't want the FBI involved in my case.
I don't want none of these fucking
because
on either.
I don't want the FBI. It's too shut. When the FBI is involved in your case, what you see is what you get. They tell you what they want to tell you, when they want to tell you, if they want to tell you. And that's it. There's no debating it. There's no mass protesting it. There's nothing. If your local law enforcement has the case, you can do all those things. You can call the lieutenant up, the captain up, you can complain, but the FBI are on this case. So everybody is subject to, even though they have more resources, and even though they there's a better chance of your child being found by the FBI, I personally would want to contact law enforcement daily. And I know a family with a missing child case, and I've said this before. I've been present in conversation with them. I can call the local police department and get an update, or bother him and email him and whatever else. You get what you get when they want to let you know, if they let you know with FBI. But this guy is already debating the spokesman here. There's no foul play. So far, there is no foul play. That's just YouTube talk. That's just YouTube tragedy talk. It's Chris and Katie are bad. No. Because also in this live, let's have a look at the of the divorce receipts. Since Chris and Katie beat up Sebastian and whoop him so bad, and he's just the worst person in the world. Hey, man, if we're being real about it, the kid's father has as well. Now, just for the record, I've listened to both stories. Chris said that he gave him a chore, and there was a slap afterwards. And Seth did the same exact thing. Let's have a listen. So who's the bad man according to YouTube?
But there may be a slight risk amplified based on this particular deletion syndrome.
Now, also in these documents, they describe a specific incident. And again, this is from papers filed by Seth.
Seth's divorce papers. Oh, this is a legal document, people. A legal document.
On August 11th, 2016, I had told him that day that if he cleaned his room, he could go swimming. I asked him if his room was clean, and he replied that it wasn't. I told him he couldn't go swimming until it was clean. Sebastian reacted by flying into a rage, screaming and hitting himself, biting himself, and trying to throw himself on the floor. I reached out to catch him before his head hit the door frame. So Dr. Judy Ho, knowing that he is a child with autism, you kind of put that together. Now he's 15 years old, going through those changes as well. He's in the middle of a situation where his mother and father don't really get along and don't see eye to eye on a lot of things. What are your thoughts about how all of that could play a role in why this child has vanished?
Well, Vinny, during the teenage years, we know that our young people are going through a number of different transitions. They're trying to figure out who they are, their identity, their place in life. They're grappling with issues of self-esteem and what they're going to do in the future. So that's already a stressful time for everyone. But now we have these additional stressors. Mom and dad possibly not getting along, trying to figure out, how to essentially exist in the middle as you're seeing potential co-parenting difficulties. Individuals, even if they're not communicating them directly, they're still feeling the pressure. They're still feeling the difficulties from these parental arguments. And so
Thank you, Debbie. I appreciate that. I really do, Mama. Thank you. Now, where's this asshole at? Linda Lou, you asshole. So she says, you will find out that Katie and Chris harmed this boy. Ma'am, people like yourself have... Miss Linda Lou, if you're in the chat still, would you please bless me with your grace and your thoughts and opinions on the Summer Wells investigation? And would you bless me with your thoughts on the parents? Something tells me, just something tells me, that you, Miss Linda Lou, think the same about them. And I have had thousands of comments say, your comment that's on the screen, you're just replacing Katie and Chris with Don and Candace. And it's been years. And all of those comments are wrong. All of them. It's this is not easy. It's not putting the puzzle together. This is not easy work. It's missing people. Extremely hard. People think the TBI is not doing their job, or they suck, or the TBI is the worst ever. I don't know. How about Google the TBI's rate of finding missing people and where they rank with amongst other states in the United States? You'd be surprised where they land at. And it's not at the bottom. You're watching tragedy pimps that are trying to sell you an idea. They're trying to sell you a narrative. You have nothing to base that statement behind. You have no proof. There's nothing that you know that I don't that would back what you're saying. You feel that way. Why? Why do you feel that way? You feel that way because you were persuaded into thinking like that. You watched something that showed them in a negative aspect, and this is why you feel compelled to say this to me. I don't think the same as you. I think for myself. Shout out to my critical thinkers. Did you go for the garbage truck spoof? Excuse me, the flashlight video? Where you wanted to say, I'll tell you right now, one day you're going to figure out Seth was lying. It wasn't a garbage truck. Was that you? Stop it. Stop it right now.
If we think of this time as a potentially very stressful time, an additionally stressful time for Sebastian, there could have been a number of other things that have come up. Maybe his emotion regulation difficulties were even getting.
So I don't know, guys. The kid, this is what I do know. And I'm going to tell you about this. This kid, even though he has a disability or whatever, we all know kids nowadays.
Well, he has a second disability, which actually makes the diagnosis more intense.
Right. He's got okay. We know kids these days. It doesn't matter if you're a grandma out there or a mother out there or an aunt out there, a sister, a cousin, and everything else. And any family member.
Can you show your penis light before you end the?
Yeah, I'll show the penis light one more time. It's coming from merch. It doesn't matter what you are out there. You know that dealing with a minor, that they like this thing here. They play with this thing all day. All day. For many years now, me and some others have been claiming you probably shouldn't bash and be so vulgar with your opinion towards Summerwell's family, because her brothers are growing up and they get to the age where they're going to be watching this all the time. Unfortunately, in this one, Sebastian Rogers, he's already at that age. And these assholes that want to attack people, you don't know it. I don't know what family member or side that little Sebastian likes to side with. Maybe he likes hanging out with Chris and Katie more than he does Seth. Or maybe it's the other way around. It's not my business. It's not my business. But what I can tell you is, especially somebody coming with his background and his condition, just like Sebastian, I myself have had to deal with parents and divorce and whatnot. And that is really hard. It's really hard. Okay. And I myself have ADHD. I don't have what he has, but it's already hard. It's already hard. What I can tell you is, as a boy, as he is, I loved everybody. I loved everybody. When I become a man and into a man, I kind of like made my decision on what side I'm going to be more close with and maybe spend the holidays with. But as a boy, I love everybody. What would have been really fucked up is for me to pick this up as a boy and to watch people bashing everybody or whatever they're doing, just not doing facts. and people, that's important to do in this case, in every case. But I'm not going to allow these people who attack families. Why do I always forget this family name? What's that family's name? With the military guy on it, in the suicide thing. I forget this family. I didn't cover the case. Damn it, I forget it. Anyway, these people who have been doing the same thing to certain families over and over and over, I'm not putting up for it. I'm not even putting up with it no more. Every lie they do, every contradiction they do, I'm coming out and exposing it to you. But as an ex-garbage man, that is 100% a garbage truck. That type of garbage man starts earlier in every company, no matter where you live in the States. And how do I know that? Is that a big state? How do you know every company? Well, people, there's not a lot of companies out there. There's not. In the United States, there's not a lot of garbage companies out there. Garbage contracts are big things. Politics are involved in it. The mafia is involved in it. Google it. Garbage contracts is big money. So in your county that you live in, Google this. Whatever garbage company that you have, they have the garbage contract. Usually between 7 to 10 years. It could be more, it could be less. That's usual. But hey, man, people got to line other people's pockets up when that contract runs out. Sometimes the best man wins. Sometimes. And when you're a monopoly like Waste Management, you can big body people. So Waste Pro kind of is trying to challenge them, but Waste Management has way more money than them. So when the contract's up, the county might say, hey, I want to give Waste Pro a try. And Waste Management's going to, a big corporate, they're going to say, yeah, well, we're going to donate this, $1.8 million to your county fair this year, or whatever they do. Your judge, listen, people, it goes down. It really goes down. But so there's not a lot of companies that service the states. Okay, there's not. There's really not. But being that there's not a lot, the roll-off guys start first. That's why I never wanted to be a roll-off guy. That is a tough job. It's a lot of hours, and you don't get a lot of sleep. It's not only a lot of hours, it's every day. It's every day. So there ain't no partying doing that work. Ain't no party. You have to be in bed. If you go to bed at 10 a.m., that is like a regular, that's like partying for you. That's the max latest you can go to bed at, because you have to get up at like 2:30. It's serious. I don't miss it. I did enjoy it. But what I do know is that is 100% a roll-off truck, and without a doubt. And you have two people up there not understanding the industry, and they're starting off these people to start going down all these conspiracy fucking islands, man. And it's craziness. However, man, let me hit these comments. I'm probably gonna jump off here, guys. The ads are coming in.
Oh yeah, those ads are fucking worse than fucking hookers.
Really?
Strippers in a strip club where all you had to do is play pool.
Yes. No. You're right. You're right. You're right. My point to this live is it really doesn't have anything to do with it. But the point to this live is a simple thing like this can get people veered off and start thinking all this crazy shit. Listen, in life, my motto is trust nobody and question everything. I myself believe in a lot of conspiracies. Okay. The ones that I believe in don't have to hurt families. Okay. But I question everything. Okay. I
don't trust anyone. It's so much easier that way. Fuck that.
It is easier that way. I personally don't. I personally know a family who's been affected by this. Okay, and I'm trying to stop this shit from happening again. Will I have any significance or can I help? Maybe. Okay, maybe. But what I'm going to do different this time. Okay. Is get involved, and I'm personally reach out to this family, man, but in person and tell them, hey, man, this is a bad road, because there's people who cover this case that do it for a right reason, and there's people who cover this case who do it for a wrong reason, and they've been doing it for the wrong reason for a long time, and every case that comes in the true crime thing brings a whole bunch of people. Some of the people come from Facebook or over here, but you can never really pinpoint it. But a swarm of people come to true crime for Sebastian Rogers, and that's cool, that's great. But don't be following these assholes, these tragedy pimps. Don't get burnt. Don't waste your time. Is my point to this, man. The bigger point is Sebastian, can he be found?
And if you're going to talk shit, make sure you know what you're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, thank you for that. Me either. Those are different type of conspiracy theories. The only one that really hurt him, if you think about it, was the one with the Sandy Hook situation. And what did he do? Go after families. But he's not crazy, and he's admitted that he was wrong on that. He's admitted that. People think that he's crazy. He's admitted he was wrong on that. But I remember years ago people made fun of him because he said they will have you. They're making the frogs gay.
What?
Yeah, they're making the frogs gay.
I remember that.
He said that they're making the frogs gay, and people made media hits on him and smeared him. And guess what? You can Google it, scientific data that he was right. They made the frogs gay. Some of the frogs. If you know, you know. But you know what I'm talking about. So Google it, people. Shout out to Alex Jones. Shout out to everybody who's covering this case. The Real Reason. Chris and Katie Proudfoot. People, if you support me and you know how to get a hold of them on their social media, please let me know, or do me one better. You wanna donate to me, but you really don't have it in your pocket? Not a problem. Do me one better. Send this video to them and say, white boy, this is what I did. Or please. That's what I tell you to do. Send it to Seth. Keep these people away from YouTube. Keep these people away from YouTube. These people are utilizing the situation for their pockets. Not all of YouTube, but the tragedy pimps I'm telling you about. The people in the community that know who I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking about. Everybody is not doing it for a bad reason, but this is a really basic situation that happened in this case, in the very beginning of the case, that these two idiots on this show can't understand, and Conspiracy Island comes behind it, and then you see the tragedy pimps pick up the left pieces. No way, man. Until the next one, man. Whiteboard Radio, do me a favor, smash that motherfucking like, and until the next one, man, I'm up out of here, and stay safe, stay smart. I'm going to the Upchurch concert. I will keep you updated.
I just told everyone, 8 p.m. live on my channel at Ryan Upchurch. Bring your own bud, booze, friends, everything. Rapper, I love you, asshole.
The next one. Later, guys.